Me and my wife are the two closest humans on planet Earth. The relationship I have with God is a million times closer than what I have with my wife. Do you see what I'm saying? So it 100% is a marriage covenant. And so, yeah, we are taking his name and it does matter. All right. So as far as this not being a passage about saying cuss words, there's a dude, John Bunyan. Like, this is the old school preaching, bro. Journey to hell. Like, this is what books used to be about. It's not about a guy who had a dream about going to hell. That's not what this is about. It's Bunyan. And if you're familiar with Bunyan, Pilgrim's Progress, like the second most purchased book on planet Earth, like in the entire realm, behind the Bible.
Wow.
In all of human history. It's Pilgrim's Progress. And if you're familiar with Bunyan's writings, he writes everything with characters that have names. Like in this book, Journey to Hell, there's really only like 3 characters. There's a tentative, which is this guy who gets in a conversation with Wise Man, and it's a conversation between a tentative and Wise Man about Badman, who is the one who's on this journey to hell. That's what the story is. It's about how does a normal person end up in hell, and this whole book is the story about how a person ends up in hell. Therefore, the name Journey to Hell. But Pilgrim's Progress is another banger by Bunyan. We got it here. Dude, what's his other one that's a banger that's even better than Pilgrim's Progress? Holy War. Holy War. It's about the war for your soul. Dude, that's wild. That's wild. And Bunyan's characters are so rad and so elaborate. Alexander White, who's written one of the greatest books in church history, also not very popular though, but one of the best writings in church history, called Bible Characters, and he dissects every character of the Bible. It's incredible. He's got Old Testament and New Testament. You can buy either one of those or buy them together. He's got a book, not Bible characters, but Bunyan's characters, where he breaks down all Bunyan's characters. I'm just saying, this has been a big thing for like the real ones throughout church history. Like the real ones have known like these kind of people, these kind of writers, right? So Bunyan's a real one. This is the book Journey to Hell, and I'm just going to read from it for a little bit. It goes like this. Okay, Wise Man says this. He says, he's speaking of Badman, who at this time I think is Bad Boy because he's young. Why he was greatly given, even as a lad, to grievous swearing and cursing. Uh-oh, he must have been saying the F word. Nope, that's not what we're talking about. He made no more of swearing and cursing than I do of counting my fingers. He would swear without provocation and considered it a distinction to swear and curse. It was as natural to him as to eat, drink, or sleep. And what they're saying is, when you say yes to a thing, you're saying you can swear to anything, right? The most common thing we know in our culture is when somebody says, I swear to God. They say, bro, you're lying. They go, I swear to God. The Bible says that's totally evil, totally wicked. Your yes is yes, your no is no, right? So he's saying he's doing that like it's no big deal. Not saying the F word, that he's like swearing to stuff. Oh, what a young villain he was. This is a tentative speaking now. What a young villain he was. Here's an example. As the Apostle Paul said, of yielding one's members as instruments of unrighteousness to sin. This is proceeding from evil to evil. That's from Romans and Jeremiah. This argues that he was a foul-mouthed young wretch indeed. Wise Man says he was so. And yet, as I told you, he judged this kind of sinning to be a badge of honor. He considered himself a man's man when he had learned to swear and curse boldly. He's going to unpack the difference between swearing and cursing as well. A tentative says, I'm persuaded that many think as you have said, that to swear is a thing that bravely becomes them, and that it is the best way for a man when he wants to put authority or terror into his words to stuff them full of the sin of swearing, of saying like, yeah, I swear to this, saying like it makes him look mature, gives him some bravado. Wise Man says, I agree. Otherwise, I think men would not belch out their blasphemous oaths